Have you ever wondered what happens to the money from big-time heists or illegal operations? You know, the kind you see in movies. This is where the shadowy world of money laundering comes in. It's the process of making dirty money obtained from criminal activities look clean and legitimate. Think of it as a financial washing machine for illegal cash. So, how does this whole process work? It usually happens in three stages: placement, layering, and integration. Let's break it down. The first stage, placement, is all about getting the dirty cash into the financial system. This is the riskiest part for criminals. They might do this by breaking down large sums of cash into smaller, less suspicious amounts and depositing them into multiple bank accounts. This is called smurfing. This is where the real fun begins for the lot. The goal here is to create a complex web of transactions to obscure the original source of the funds. They'll wire the money through numerous accounts in different countries, often using shell corporations' companies that exist only on paper to make it look like legitimate business transactions. They might buy and sell stocks, bonds, or other investments, constantly moving the money around. This creates a confusing paper trail that's incredibly difficult for investigators to follow. It's like trying to untangle a massive plate of spaghetti. The final stage is integration. After all that layering, the money is reintroduced into the legitimate economy. It now appears to come from a legal source. The criminals can now use it freely without fear of it being traced back to their illegal activities. They might invest it in real estate, start a legitimate business, or simply spend it on a lavish lifestyle. To the outside world, they look like successful entrepreneurs or savvy investors. The dirty money has been successfully cleaned and is now indistinguishable from legitimate funds. For example, they could use the laundered funds to buy a restaurant. The cash income from the restaurant then mixes with the laundered money, making it even harder to trace. Now, you might be thinking, with all this technology and financial regulation, how do people still get away with it? Well, criminals are constantly evolving their methods. They exploit loopholes in international financial systems, use cryptocurrencies for their anonymity, and set up complex corporate structures in countries with lax regulations, often called tax havens. The digital age has opened up new avenues for money laundering that are faster and harder to track than ever before. Online payment platforms and virtual currencies offer a new level of anonymity that traditional banking systems don't. But don't worry, it's not all doom and gloom. Law enforcement and financial institutions are fighting back, and they have some pretty sophisticated tools at their disposal. Banks use advanced software powered by artificial intelligence to monitor transactions in real time. These systems are designed to spot suspicious patterns. For example, A large number of cash deposits just under the reporting threshold of $10,000 can trigger an alert. Sudden, large international transfers to high-risk countries will also raise a red flag. When an alert is triggered, a compliance officer at the bank will investigate the activity, and if it seems suspicious, they'll file a Suspicious Activity Report or SAR with the Financial Intelligence Unit of their country, like FinCEN in the United States. Organizations like the Financial Action Task Force, or FATF, set international standards to combat money laundering. Countries work together, sharing intelligence and coordinating investigations to track down these complex financial networks that span across borders. It's a global cat-and-mouse game, with investigators constantly trying to stay one step ahead of the criminals. They analyze vast amounts of data, looking for connections and patterns that might reveal a hidden money laundering scheme. It's like a giant global puzzle. So, what are the consequences if you get caught? They are severe. Money laundering is a serious felony. Individuals can face decades in prison and massive fines. For corporations, the penalties can be astronomical, sometimes reaching billions of dollars. And it's not just the masterminds who are at risk. Anyone who knowingly assists in the process, even in a small way, can be charged. This includes accountants, lawyers, and even bank employees who turn a blind eye. Beyond the legal penalties, there's also the seizure of assets. Everything purchased with the laundered money, the cars, the houses, the businesses, can be taken away by the government. Essentially, they lose everything they gained from their crimes. When criminals can successfully launder their profits, it incentivizes more crime. It allows drug cartels to expand their operations, terrorists to fund their attacks, and corrupt officials to hide their illicit gains. It distorts economies, creating unfair competition for legitimate businesses that have to play by the rules. It can even destabilize entire financial systems. Think about it. A small business owner who pays their taxes and follows the law has to compete with a criminal enterprise that has a virtually unlimited, untaxed source of funds. That's not a fair fight. So, the next time you see a movie where someone gets away with a huge score, remember the hidden world of money laundering that follows. It's a complex, high-stakes game with real-world consequences that affect us all. The fight against it is a constant battle, a crucial effort to maintain the integrity of our financial systems and ensure that crime doesn't pay. It's a testament to the thousands of dedicated professionals working behind the scenes to keep our money clean and our society safe. Thanks for watching. If you found this topic interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the fascinating world of finance and crime. See you in the next video.